Good morning everyone, this is Eloise. Welcome back to our microlearning sprint here with Coding Kids. So in yesterday's video we looked at a great project you can use in a year 3 to 4 classroom that covers all of the programming expectations for those year levels. Now in today's video we're going to be doing the same for years 5 to 6 students. So first of all, a great project that you can do is a maze game that you can use in an HASS classrooms. So let's have a quick little look at this game. Turn this around. There we go. Alright, so this game involves collecting items that would be useful in an emergency kit for a natural disaster. So over here we'll see I've got my monkey sprite which I can use with my arrow keys. I'll press the green flag and it tells me what I need to do. So I've got my little monkey guy down here which I can use with my arrow keys. And then if I come up here, there are some baked beans that I can collect. When I'm touching them, I'll press the space bar, and there they are. Now at the same time, there are some items here that are not useful for an emergency kit. So for example, I don't think a piano would be very much help in an emergency situation. So if I try and grab that one, it'll tell me we don't need a piano for an emergency kit, which is a very fair statement to make if I do say so myself. So we also have the soccer ball and the bananas. Those also wouldn't be useful, but we also have for useful items a torch, a water bottle, and a first aid kit up in the corner up there. All right. So first of all, let's refresh the mandatory concepts for students in years 5 to 6. So just as with years 3 to 4 students, years 5 to 6 students are required to know about branching, user input, and iteration. So where do these concepts come into play in this project? Well, with branching, it's actually much more complex use of branching in this one than in the previous project. So if we touch the maze walls, the monkey is going to go back to the very beginning of the game. If the score reaches 4, so if I collect all of the useful items, then you win the game. And if the monkey is touching an item and if the space key is pressed, then if the item is correct, it'll put it into the inventory and add to our score. And if it's incorrect, it'll say we don't need this. In terms of user input, where we have our arrow keys that control the monkey, we have our space bar, which will confirm whether or not an item is required for an emergency kit, and where relevant, it'll put it into our inventory and adjust the score counter. In terms of iteration, once again, this is actually much more complex in this game. The code isn't linear like our previous code. So whereas our year 3 to 4 project yesterday worked its way progressively from the start to the end of the code we'd written, this code actually relies on user input and events to progress the code at all. Nothing's going to happen unless, with our user input, well, the user will press arrow keys or press the space bar before the code actually recognizes the need for anything to be done. So if I just left it like this, nothing will actually happen in this game. Nothing will progress, nothing will change. It'll just stay like this the entire time. And then in regards to events, if, for example, the user bumps into the maze, like so, then nothing will be done in terms of changing things in the game. If the user correctly picks up an item, the score counter will go up. The score counter is just up here. I didn't show it before, but it's just up there. And it's on 1 right now because I've collected the baked beans. Okay, so you can see that although years 5 to 6 students are required to know about the same concepts, there is actually a much higher level of sophistication to the code itself. Alright, if you haven't already, don't forget to sign up for our Teacher PD certificate. So if you complete 10 mini quizzes, 1 for each video, you'll receive a certificate for completing an hour of Teacher PD. The link to sign up for that will be in the description in just a little bit. Now a quick note about our microlearning video for our on Thursday. So it's going to actually be happening at 2:45 p.m, not at our usual 10 a.m. time. So again, our Thursday video is going to be taking place at 2:45 p.m. Alright, that's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Eloise, signing off.